Welcome back. The Lubbock Women's Club Historical Foundation and the Wellborn Payne Endowment are bringing a true legend to Texas Tech University in just a few weeks. Get ready for an unforgettable evening as a part of their spring speaker series featuring NFL Hall of Famer and arguably the best football player and entrepreneur, Emmitt Smith, is coming to the Hub City. I have Ainsley Nelson. She is an event chairperson with this event, here to tell us how you can hear his inspiring story and have dinner at the same time. So thank you for being here today.
You bet. Thank you for having us.
So this is a big deal. A lot of people around here are diehard Dallas Cowboy fans, and Emmitt Smith is a legend.
He absolutely is, and Lubbock's a big football town. We love our Red Raiders, but we love our Cowboys too, so we're looking forward to having Emmitt and welcoming him to Lubbock.
So this is a part of your guest speaker series. So what exactly can we expect from this event?
Well, you can expect a great dinner and a great conversation with Emmitt, and then our own local celebrity, Chris Level, will be doing the moderating and asking the questions of Emmitt, and we're looking to hear some great inspirational things from him and talking about his life and his football career.
And so y'all typically do this, but you're making some changes. You mentioned this year. What kind of changes are you doing so that way you can bring like Emmitt Smith and other big names here?
We are blessed with this wonderful endowment from the Payne Wellborn Endowment, and we are hoping to do one a year so we can collect those funds from that endowment and bring in a really great speaker like Emmitt.
And so when is this taking place? How much are tickets? Do you still have tickets left on this?
You bet. It's February the 26th at 6:30 at the Frazier Alumni Pavilion at Texas Tech. And you can get your tickets at selectaseatlubbock.com. We do still have tickets available. Not a lot, but we do have some. And yeah, we're excited for a great night.
So if I go to this and I have a question, do I get to ask them and Chris will ask Mr. Smith, or?
We are going to put cards on everybody's table and collect questions in advance so Chris can sort through them and ask some questions from the audience.
All right. Well, that information is there on your screen. We'll also have a link to purchase the tickets on our website at kcbd.com. So don't wait and get those as soon as possible so that way you don't miss out. Stay with us. John is tracking the latest cold front heading our way in today's First Alert forecast up next.